poem's called Concrete Reflections, Apple Seeds and Termites. I was told one day boldly by a big, bedraggled, bearded man with a beer belly that to bloom from concrete, one must not retreat, and I respected that. With a paper and pen, constant forward motion, he said, so I put mine to the pad. He was a fellow poet the last time I checked who neglected to tell me what the fuck I was running away from before the free write began. So my formidable yet fragile fingers ran down my face and I felt them fidget at the foul sight of a fixed 10-minute timeline before failing to swim through positive thoughts under the pressure of a circle of sick writers who, like me, were having their creative juices squeezed out of them under the full force of gravity, except, still yet, an appleseed was I, and I didn't want to roll down hills with Jill and Jack or go crack corn with Jimmy, and you bet your sweet ass that Johnny ain't got nothing on this appleseed. I didn't get along well with apples who weren't at least a little rotten, who did not have the aptitude to discern that their attitude did not intimidate me so long as the juxtaposition of our positions on the matter were capitalized with the letter J. Because apple seeds, like me, we fall from grace, racing face first into fiery heat on coarse concrete, the cement so hot it felt cold. So, basically, baking in a freezer near the black asphalt was I, before the world around me broke open and I was swallowed whole and set in stone. But cement was the pain I felt under it, my fingers sprouting cautiously from under the cracks of the concrete curb like a journeyman, jolting a jackhammer back and forth. For the first time, I forgot how it felt to be constantly under construction. Because, like I said, you're staring at an apple seed that used to be angry at itself for being bruised because I had been face to face with a stranger who took a mirror and breached my personal space to shame me with my own reflection, which seemed as pristine as a termite, frying me in the heat of a bug zapper that he thought would be the light that would lead him to his own salvation, blaming his bug body for being human, because no one ever respected the termite-infested mounds in my mind that were my manger, before bad vibes and seemingly good guys would try to step on me, and the most blinding light that led to my darkest night did so simply because I could not bear to see myself, screaming back from the cracked glass. It's kind of like when the world is on your shoulders and it's so heavy, so you just let her melt into the met pipe, blowing clouds onto cracked mirrors on the wall, until weathered hands begin to shake, whipping around wildly, wetting worn, torn white paper with the blood of big black bugs that bleed black all over the pavement, supplying my pen with ink, wondering what the fuck my reflection was looking at, wondering, am I okay? And what the fuck am I today? Wondering, when will I tear the wallpaper from these fucked up, worn down walls down, and wondering where I'll go after. I've been in the shadow of an apple tree long enough, and she was one that constantly wanted me to see things from the perspective of an apple that had never been bruised before, like the ego of an epiphany turned into blind faith. But I have come to understand that in the end, to bloom from concrete, one must not retreat from those who just won't stop stepping on cracks to take the time to look down and appreciate the fact that I'm trying to fucking bloom here.
No, murder that.
Period. You go on with your bloom.